Hi and welcome back to another football shirt review. Today we are looking at the Nottingham Forest home shirt for the 25-26 season, and this shirt was purchased from kitsock.com. All information for the seller will be in the description of this video. This is the second item that I've had from this seller. The first one was it was released last week actually. It was last weekend the first shirt was released, so this is coming out on Saturday, and yeah, the one before was last Saturday. Delivery timescales, you're looking at the standard sort of timescales between 10 to 15 days so far, I would say, for the items to be delivered. If you are new around here, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. I do these sort of reviews on a weekly basis. Any questions or anything, by all means leave them below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. The shirt itself comes in a standard Adidas bag, and on the flip side is the usual health warnings. I will also leave a link in the description to my usual DHGate seller, so if you want to look at their items, then by all means have a look. I don't think it will be directly through to Nottingham Forest because I'm not seeing them on there, in all honesty. So it'll probably just be to some generic item from DHGate. But what we'll do now is we'll get this bag open and let's take a look at the Nottingham Forest home shirt for the 25-26 season. I do think they've actually released a new version of this now with a sponsor on there. This one does appear to be sponsorless, but I'm sure I've seen one now with, like, was it Bally Casino or something sponsoring them. But hey, let's get the bag open and take a look at the shirt. Okay, we're at the front of the shirt and it's got like a nice retro collar. People who've been around a while know I like these collars, but there's always these end bits that always have this little fray on it. I never know why. Got a one button there. Adidas has been embroidered in. Likewise, the Nottingham Forest badge has been embroidered on as well. Be interesting to see when we get it on the inside, looking at the Adidas. There's a massive long cotton there, look. That'll soon be able to be chopped off. Adidas has been embroidered on. It's a single bit of material. And then you've got a single stripe around the sleeve. There's a sleeve sponsor. DHGate, is that how you pronounce that? And there's no sponsor on the front of this shirt, although I have seen now that Nottingham Forest sponsored by Bally Casino or Bally or something it says on there. This one was obviously made or released before they had the sponsor. At the bottom we have Aero Ready, and that's been heat pressed into the material. Did I just notice one of those little blemishes? Yes. So what they do with these shirts is like a white material and they print the colour into it, and every now and then you get these like little blemishes where it's not been printed properly, and there's one of them. So not overly noticeable. There's a little bit when you're out there, you can see a white blob down there, but again, as I always say, for the sort of money of these, you expect some form of blemishes every now and then. Some piping that just goes around the outside as well. But there's the front of our shirt. Let's flip it around and look at the reverse side now too. Okay, we're onto the reverse side, and the collar continues around from the front. We've got the one singular stripe on there, a little bit of excess white cotton there just around this neck support, and it is a little bit wonky. A few creases from where the shirt's been in the bag, but once the shirt's been washed or worn, those will soon disappear. Got a loose cotton there, but again, we can soon chop that off. Hemline itself looks nice. The material is like a shiny sort of feel to it, nice and silky. And we didn't get a name or number on this one. The reason being, when I purchased this one, it was slightly just before the season really kicked off, and you never know because you've got the transfer window if players are going to stay or leave. And to be honest with you, I'm not really much of a know-it-all when it comes to Nottingham Forest. I don't know who their good players are, so there could be any chance that one of those players may well have left. So yeah, kept it nice and plain, which sometimes I do think looks quite nice. But there's the reverse side then. Let's take a look at the inside now. Okay, we're now on the inside of the shirt. Collar line all looks good. Bit of excess cotton just around the joins, but nothing to be worried about. Where the collar joins are, stitching looks very neat and tidy. Got the Adidas with a QR code on there. There's your barcode or product code up there. So if you see one of these, you know the shirt is not legitimate. We've got the tags that they always put in on the shirts. You've got the Adidas Aero jersey, or Aero Ready, sorry, and Adidas jersey there. So again, that's another call out. So if you see these shirts, which does wind me up where people sell them for more, if you see that on there, you know you're being scammed. Do not pay over the odds for these sort of shirts. I've seen it more and more on places like Facebook. It does my nutting. people trying to make money out of these. Just go to the resellers, go to the main sellers, sorry, do not use resellers, go to the main sellers. You can buy these products at a ridiculously cheap price if you want them. Slight wonk there where the badge has been put on. Look, it's been pulled over a little bit too much when it's been stitched on, but I did notice that on the outside. The Adidas, that's alright actually, that's gone on pretty well. All the stripes all looking good. Obviously no sponsor on there. One of the sleeves had a sponsor, I think it was this side. Yeah, it was. There's a crease from the shirt being in the bag, but the sponsor's gone on nicely. At the bottom here we have our washing instructions. The recommendation is to do what I've got the shirt here, have it inside out and put it on a hand wash setting. When you come to dry it, just let them hang dry, never put them in a tumble dryer. Hemline stitching, yeah, it looks pretty good. Pretty straight to be fair. Slight wonkiness on the material, the way it's been cut, but yeah, no concerns really at all. Okay, there's the first part of the inside of the shirt done. Let's flip it around and look at the final part now too. Okay, it's the final part of the inside of the shirt. There's that neck support that I called out earlier just for the join. You've got a new history, size XL slim fit. This is a fan version, so to be honest with you, it's pretty much true to size now. That's all been heat pressed on up there. Just thinking if I push in, you can see the outline of the forest crest there. Probably Adidas over here, but you can't really make out what they are. So the material is a good thickness. Again, just looking at that hemline at the bottom. Yeah, the stitching's fine. You can see where sometimes it's a little bit, the material is a little bit longer in certain areas there. Look where the cut's been done, but the hemline itself is absolutely fine. No concerns with that whatsoever. There it is. And there is our Nottingham Forest home shirt for the 25-26 season from kitsock.com. And I'm just going to look now because now I've seen on the inside about that stripe being slightly off. Look, you can actually see the pull over. Yeah, it's a shame about that. But all in all, apart from that, I think the shirt is a nice version of it. From kitsock.com. All the information for the seller will be in the description of this video. You're looking at about 10 to 15 days for delivery of these items, which is perfect. I will also leave a DHGate link from the usual seller in the description as well, and it'll be through to some of our items. I'm not sure whether it'll be Nottingham Forest. I don't think I've seen Forest on there, but you can reach out to them and ask them, and they can get other items that's not on DHGate. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and subscribe. I do these sort of reviews on a weekly basis. Any comments, questions, by all means leave them below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. As we zoom out and take the final look at the Nottingham Forest shirt, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.